Before digital, memory was a kind of slow alchemy. Ink faded into ghosts on parchment. Film developed in baths of chemicals that left their own trace. These were not mistakes, but markers of time passing. Now we simulate decay with filters and algorithms to make data feel like it's earned its place. A JPEG isn't just compressed, it's curated nostalgia. We no longer preserve the past so much as perform it, because authenticity has become a brand.
Preservation is not merely about prolonging existence, it's about honoring context, intent, and legacy.
Museums and memory institutions are digitizing the past, but not preserving it. They're re-engineering it. Old photographs get grain filters to look like film. Negatives never existed on a screen. Handwritten letters are scanned, then blurred with digital dust, as if they were aged in a box for centuries, before being opened again. We don't just store history, we curate its decay. In a twist on Roland Barthes' idea of the punctum, the jarring detail that makes an image unforgettable. We now have algorithms inserting these very jabs. A faded corner, a smudge in the wrong place, the right kind of static. Each is a calculated distraction from what's actually real and what isn't. Digital memory is not just about preserving data, it's about performing humanity. AI and automation don't just simulate intelligence, they mimic the quirks that make us feel real to one another. A stutter here, a typo there, the lag between beats in music. These imperfections aren't accidents. They're calculated to humanize machines, so we trust them more easily. In this chapter, we'll look at how these systems spoof memory itself, faking the very signs of lived experience to blur what's authentic. The CEO of OpenAI announced that big tech is taking AI away from its own employees. This isn't just about control. It's about curating how we interact with these systems and what kind of memories they produce. If you've ever used a synthetic voice assistant that stammers or hesitates to sound more human, you've encountered this strategy firsthand. These are not flaws in the system, but design features meant to simulate emotional calibration. They spoof authenticity so convincingly that it's nearly mid-humanization routines, add random timing and volume shifts to notes. The goal is not realism in the sense of perfect performance. It's to make the machine feel like a musician who might breathe between bars or lose concentration for a beat. This isn't just about sound, it's memory simulation. It creates an illusion that something was experienced, even if it wasn't. And when we hear these imperfections, we accept them as signs of life, not as features of code.
This electronic oscillation can then be shown. It forms a wave pattern.
Digital memory is no longer a record of what was. It's a performance of what could have been. Consider AI, generated documents, historical photos, or even fabricated audio testimonies, all created to mimic authenticity. We trust these artifacts not because they are true, but because they feel like the past. This isn't just erosion, it's inversion. The more we create fakes that pass for real, the less we remember how to distinguish between the two. After the breaks, institutions today use these forged memories to shape public perception of technology's past and future. Politicians cite AI, generated letters from civil rights leaders. Tech companies release deep-faked videos of old innovators endorsing their latest products. These are not mistakes, but calculated moves. Authenticity is no longer a fact. It's an interface designed for trust. If memory is no longer bound by what actually happened, then we're not just losing the past, we're redesigning it. The line between remembering and inventing has collapsed into a single loop of fabrication. In this new landscape, trust becomes a product. And if you can design your own truth, who needs history at all? We are witnessing not an age of forgetting, but one of selective recall, curated by code.